It's not something new. For decades, before most of these people were born, it's been like dark clouds moving in. It was called global warming. It was called climate change. And now it's the climate crisis. Yet, it is only getting worse. It's time to face it. Earth is under attack. It's the climate war.
Mercury peaked at 111 degrees.
Destruction, dying oceans, deserts, droughts, flooding, famine, mass migration. Here's my question. Okay. How does this compare to a war, and what would we do different if we thought this was a war and not just a crisis?
I think it's like a slow motion, dangerously very slow motion war. So slow that people is not aware of how dire it is.
It's possible to think of the end of a war, whereas this doesn't feel like there's an end, really. You know, it's like an ongoing thing that will go past my lifetime and my daughter's.
It seems like the fallout of climate change could be similar to the fallout of war. With a war, like, two sides are in disagreement. Here, to me, it seems like everyone should be in agreement about what the right answer is, and instead of fighting over it, we should all be acting towards a solution.
I believe that it kind of is similar to war because we are fighting for our lives, and like there are millions of people dying because of climate change, and like we need to recognize that.
If this was an attack, it would bring humanity together and help us put our differences aside in order to join forces towards saving the planet.
It is a war against us and our able to survive on this planet.
We can make changes. We can. This is something that's in our power to change.
We can't get off on having a march with lots of people. It's what is each of us going to do tomorrow or tonight when we get home. You know, that's different, not just calling senators and writing and signing petitions, but something concrete. How about boycotts and sanctions? I think that's where the power is.
Divesting from fossil fuels is probably the next big step.
There's no time to wait. The problem is now. You know, we've got to get out in the streets. We've got to take this seriously, but we got to take it to the next level and sustain it.
It is important that the world get together and be sufficiently a unit to face the problems which attack us as a unit. What I say is that if human beings have any sanity, enough sanity to fear the consequences of not doing it, and enough sanity to hope for the consequences of doing it, they will do it. But I can't guarantee that the human species will be sane. And if they are not, then we will probably destroy ourselves. We will certainly destroy civilization. We may destroy ourselves as a species.
There are things that you can do now. Use less fossil fuel in your life. Make your investments speak your conscience. Divest from fossil fuel companies. Insist on green corporate policies. Take political action. Vote green, write letters, speak up. Enlist in groups that are fighting this war. For example, Extinction Rebellion, World War Zero, the Climate Group. Google them to learn more.